Hello everyone and welcome to the Max Zeal Gymnasium here for this matchup between the Oswego State Lakers and Brockport Golden Eagles. My name is Lucas McGarry and I am joined alongside here by Kenny Gerard. Kenny, it's going to be a fun matchup tonight. How are we doing?
Well, Lucas, it's not Laker connections, but we are together in the booth for the first time, well, ever. This one's slated to be a fun one. Oswego sitting at 3-1 on the season, 3-1 at home. For Brockport, it's 1-0, and they're 1-0 on the road. The one win coming against Ithaca, 96-87, in Oswego's last matchup. 77-66 to take home a win at home against Nazareth. Both teams look really good, Lucas. It's the fifth game of the season for Oswego. Still yet to get in a SUNY matchup, but these two squads, for a long time, were SUNY rivals. All-time record since 1927. Whew. Oswego's down 80-97 games. This will be the 178th matchup.
Wow. That is a lot of matchups between these two teams. Oswego, they got a little bit of ground to make up as of right now. Got a little there close, but we are just about to get underway. I want to talk about Brockport. They've only had one game this year. Does that make it a little bit more difficult for Oswego to prepare? Because it was against Ithaca. We don't know how good Ithaca is as a program as well this year, so it could have been an impressive win for Brockport, but it also might not have been depending on how Ithaca is. So I think this game is a proving factor because Oswego is the first big task for Brockport that they've had this season.
I mean, it is and it isn't when it comes to Brockport. This team comes off an Empire 8 championship. You already know this team is good. As it goes for Oswego, in recent years, they've been phenomenal. Last year was a bit of a down year for the Lakers, but you look at a team like Brockport coming off a conference championship, you can't take them lightly at all, Lucas.
Oh, no doubt about it. You couldn't have said it better. I do have to agree with you there. They won the Empire 8 championship last year, so you got to imagine that they're going to be good again. But, Kenny, one more thing I want to add, though. 7 seniors graduated from last year to this year, so a big change at the roster. But we are underway here. Brockport wins the tip. And coming down the point, it's Jacob Oka. Oka working on Judd off the bat. Gives it to Ibar. Ibar inside. No good off the glass, but a foul on Judd already. So a quick start for this game. Pharrell Ibar drawing the foul.
Well, that's a good start. I mean, you want to get on the foul line, get to the charity stripe, and get 2 points home and away. Between these two squads both being good, an early lead is good, and you got to create some room. If you're just leading by 2 to 5 points in the game, it's not going to be enough.
Absolutely, and one more thing, you got to make those free throws, and he does it first time around. Pharrell Ibar, true freshman, starting already for the Golden Eagles. Last game against Ithaca, 28 minutes, 19 points, 5 rebounds. Can he get this? 7 steals, and then an infraction. And we're going to go the other way, so it's just a 1-0 score. We got a soccer score going on just 12 seconds into the game.
Or baseball.
Could be baseball, could be a couple of different ones, but we're back going the other way. Freddie Fowler bringing it up for the Lakers. Fowler working on Ibar. Gets it stolen away, and now it's the other way. And a nice bucket there by Cameron Dyer, his first basket of the game. And it gets stolen away again. Brockport all over Oswego to start. The Lakers do not know what they are doing on offense right now.
And what a beautiful steal and transition that was for the Golden Eagles. That's phenomenal. It's exactly how you want to start a game. They have turned the heat up and up 3-0.
Omar White off that steal and playing really good defense. And now a trap in the corner. Zachary Rice and Cameron Dyer not letting Freddie Fowler go anywhere. And they are playing insanely overwhelming defense. And already a sub for Oswego. Leon has had enough of Freddie Fowler already. And Leon, one of the most passionate coaches in the SUNY, known to pull out players after playing for 5 seconds. They make one mistake, they are out. Ibar now up top. Guarded by Stephen Bradley. Draws a screen off Oka. Works in. Ibar out to Dyer. Into Oka. Oka drives in on Judd. No good. Great defense by Deacon Judd.
Well, Lucas, I mean, early on, it's looking like a defensive matchup. Brockport's defense has been unmatched, and Oswego with a good answer there.
Full press to start the game for Oswego. That is not something we had in mind. But Oswego now, this is the disadvantage of a full court press. You got a lot of breakaways, and that's Jason McGee for 3. Kaboom to start the game. Just like that, it's tied. Jason McGee already good from 3. Brockport back the other way. You got to want to respond after that one. It's going to be Pharrell Ibar asking for a screen here. Doesn't get too much from Rice. Now to Dyer. Dyer off on Foster. Dyer again, drives in, covered by Foster. Now it's White for three, or for just a mid-range. That one's good. Omar White gets it back for the Eagles, and it's 5-3. This game is heating up quick, folks. Arthur Foster now drives in to Stephen Bradley. No good from Stephen Bradley, but a rebound by Judd. Judd in, nothing. Great defense there by Brockport. Good offensive board by Judd. Just gets swarmed going in.
And Brockport clearly knows what they need to guard here. They're working well in the paint, pushing Oswego outside, and they've been winning the three-point percentage in between both squads. Brockport's up by 7.5% from beyond the arc to Oswego. They know where their weaknesses and strengths are, and they're doing it beautifully so far.
No doubt about it. On the inbound, it's Foster. Foster drives in off the good move. Gets nothing, guarded by Rice. Now it's McGee. McGee to McLean. McLean gets it poked away by Dyer. Dyer scoops it up, but it's Judd who ends up with it. Judd going up. No good again. Gets his rebound. Loses it. And it goes out of bounds, and it's going the other way. Deacon Judd couldn't hang on to that one, and it goes off of Gary McLean. Another fantastic defensive possession from Brockport.
And Oswego's just not able to find anything open. No one open down low. As soon as they get around the arc, Brockport's there to meet them. So far, not so great for the Lakers, but Brockport's defense, phenomenal.
And that full court press is just so mean to start the game. They don't even know where to go. That's Ibar now going in. Almost gets it stolen away by Judd. Manages to save it for himself. And a travel called there on the senior, Jacob Oka. A rookie mistake from the senior. And it's going the other way. Just shifted his feet a little bit too fast. But once again, the full court press. McGee manages to find a gap, though. Going to drive all the way and gets it to Judd. Judd goes up with it. No good off the wide open layup. Goes up for it again. That's 3 offensive boards for Deacon Judd and gets fouled on the second attempt.
That's what Oswego's been good at throughout all of the time I've been here is second chance opportunities, getting the rebound, getting up, and getting that second chance, being able to capitalize. And even if they don't get it up on the second layup, they get on the charity stripe, and they got to hit both their free throws.
Deacon Judd, a solid free throw shooter at the line. Also coming off of SUNY Player of the Week. Scored 20, or averaging 23 and 11 on 71% shooting. What an impressive string of games from him. And now trying to make his second free throw. No good. Rebounded by Bradley, though. It's another offensive board, and he goes up with it. That's good. Great second chance effort from Stephen Bradley. Instead of coming out with 2, the Lakers come out with 3.
That's exactly what I was just saying. Second chance opportunities for Oswego. They capitalize on another one, and they'll take the lead.
Joe Clark is not happy about the amount of offensive boards they're getting already. Can see it down there on the sideline. Ibar, though, looking around. Gets it in. That's Dyer on the outside now. No good. Rebounded by Omar White. And Brockport with a reset. Ibar driving in himself. Goes up with it. Blocked away by Bradley. It's got by McLean. Arthur Foster tries to get it to Judd, and it's stolen away by Dyer. Dyer now to Oka. Oka, tough basket up at the rim. We are playing some quick basketball here. Lakers trying to slow it down now. Great sequence of events by the Eagles. Now Lakers going the other way. Bradley all day for 3. No good. McLean with the offensive board. Now up top, McLean gets it back. Down low to Judd. Out to McLean. Almost gets stolen. Drives in. Nice move. And the layup under the basket. Too easy for Gary McLean. First basket of the night for him. Now back the other way. Pharrell Ibar once again controlling the offense. Looking for the screen from Oka. Gets it. Drives. Now back out to Oka for 3. No good. In and out. Rebounded by McGee. McGee searching. Doesn't get anything. Cross up Ibar. Drives in. Out to McLean. McLean, quick shoot. That's good. Catch and release from Gary McLean. Pharrell Ibar calling for a specific play. There's something he wants here. Oka's going to motion. Now to Rice. Rice gets it stolen away by McLean, but they get it back. Rice for 3. No good. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by McGee. 2-on-2 opportunity. McGee going to take it in himself. No good, but he gets his own board. McGee into Judd. Judd trying to get something going. Gets doubled. Gives it off to Foster. Foster drives in. No good. Double doink off the rim. Zachary Rice trying to drive all the way to the other end. Blocking foul on Gary McLean. Tried to get the charge, but just couldn't get it.
And you can kind of see now, Lucas, that Brockport defense starting to slow down. They're not in that full press anymore. But that defense in transition is a killer. They're able to get in, get a quick steal, pick a pocket, and move down the court. So far, great for them. And Oswego, able to hit those shots, make a nice move, and get under the rim and capitalize down low.
They have been so impressive so far off that. Sub in for the game. That's Emilio Nobly off rip, hitting a three, getting his team right back into it. Fantastic sub there from Joe Clark. Nobly's already making an impact. Now off the inbound. McLean struggling to get it over. Foster able to reclaim it. Reset that offense. McLean up top. Back to Foster. Judd down below. Oka being able to shut down Judd so far. Judd tries to pass it to Bradley, and a foul on the floor.
Disappointing. You almost hate when that happens. You really want to get that shot off on the pass, but Oswego will have to inbound and get a second chance. Oswego, we talked about down low being better so far, and that is where they've been able to capitalize, getting down low, getting Brockport to move into the paint, and as soon as they bite, get outside, take that three.
Absolutely, Kenny. Really great stuff there. White Luciano coming in for Stephen Bradley. McLean almost gets it stolen away off the pass to McGee. Now to White Luciano. McLean up top. McLean to Foster. Foster drives in, gives it to Judd. Judd gets it swatted away by Nobly. White Luciano on the recovery, no good on the shot clock. Shot clock runs out, and it'll stay Brockport's ball. But the whistle will blow.
You almost want to say it's a good possession for Oswego. They don't come away with points. They got the full 30 seconds off of the clock. They were moving around, and they were getting completed passes. It just unfortunately weren't able to get that shot off. Again, that's credit to that Brockport defense, getting up high, getting those blocks, and disrupting the Oswego O.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better. Brockport now going the other way. White Luciano clamping up. Nobly has to give it away. There's Zach Rice going in. Great basket there by Zach Rice. Tough finish to the rim. McLean couldn't do anything about it. Tough on the inbound, full court press, but Foster's wide open there. Foster gets bodied by Marco Evans. Very tough foul there by Marco Evans, collides into him. And a foul there that Foster draws. Very interesting thought process there from Marco Evans. Now Oswego on the inbound. McLean's going to find McGee up top. Lakers are going to try and get something going here. Haven't really been able to get that offense going too much. Really only gotten their points on those fast break and breakaways. There's White Luciano, though. Getting guarded by Nobly. Nobly playing great defense. Now back up top to McGee. McGee trying his own luck. No good. Couldn't get that second three to fall. Great defense there by Christian Amika. Now back the other way. It's Marco Evans. Out top to Amika. Now Nobly driving in, trying to shake White Luciano. Shake and bake in the mid-range. That one's good. Tough basket there from Emilio Nobly. He's got 5. Foster going the other way now. Quick speed. Gets it to Judd. Judd going up with it. And one. Deacon Judd playing like the SUNY player of the week that he just got.
And I can't say I'm surprised by this one, Lucas. We're going back and forth here early on. I mean, is it this for Oswego? Answer. Brockport, they're answering. Oswego, again, excellent when they get down court. They move fast. Even when Brockport is in that full press, they're able to get down court, get an open look, and get a pass, and they won't rush it either. They got to pass back to the beyond the arc and take a shot. They'll do that. But if they find an open man, they're not going to get selfish. They're going to get in and get an opportunity like that to put up 3 points on the board as opposed to 2.
Judd makes his free throw and then gets subbed out. Kobe Nwosu coming in the game for him. Nwosu missed the last 2 games, making his first appearance now since the first game they played against Mount St. Vincent. Now Emilio Nobly down the left side, working on McGee. McGee pokes it away, but it's recovered there by Nathaniel Gordon. Now Nobly out for 3 in the corner. Oh yeah, Emilio Nobly is on fire. Arthur Foster, though, speedy the other way, just tries to get over the midway. Guarded closely by Marco Evans. This Brockport defense is unyielding. And a grab foul on Marco Evans. Reach in foul. Arthur Foster playing that aggressive style of offense, forcing Evans to get reachy. As we see Cameron Pownell coming into the game. It's the 6'7" freshman from Paul V. Moore High School. Very, very tall, big man in the paint. Going to be tough to get any points down there for the Lakers. There's McGee up top, driving now, testing his luck. No good. Rebound by Amika. It's going the other way. That's Gordon. Gordon almost gets it stolen away there by Foster. Brockport able to hang on to it. Very, very speedy to start this game, folks. Brockport leading 17-14. We have 12-12 left in this first half of play. Big star so far has been Emilio Nobly. He has been on fire. Now Nobly up top, guarded by Bradley. Trying to work and make in. No good. Rebounded by Nwosu. Patrick Emling also in the game there. Came in to sub. Now Jason McGee up top. McGee takes the screen from Nwosu. And it's going the other way. Illegal screen by Kobe Nwosu. And Judd's going to come right back in for Kobe Nwosu. That is not a mistake you can make when it comes to Jason Leone. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, Nwosu getting subbed right back out.
Well, you don't coach 14 seasons and pull out a 282-94 record for no reason. Jason Leone, known to make sure his team's not making mistakes when they do. Pull them off, fix them, get them back on the court.
And that is the best way to learn. But now Brockport the other way. Gordon for three. No good. That's in and out. Tipped away by Pownell on the rebound. Excuse me. And it'll be Oswego ball. Foster on the inbound. But this full court press from Brockport really causing a problem for the Lakers. Just more stress to add for the Lakers. Stephen Bradley has to force his way up the court. Emilio Nobly playing really great defense. Now Emling driving in. Emling almost loses footing. Gets it to Foster. No good from outside. Rebounded by Bradley. Back out to Judd. Judd driving in to McGee. Emling in the corner. Back out to McGee. Emling fakes. Drives, gives it to Judd. Judd into the paint. That one's good. Judd, fantastic spin move. One of his signatures, and it's an easy bucket for him. He's got 6. Brockport looking for an answer here. Nobly been playing good so far. Going to try and keep him hot. Feigns the three. Loses it. Bradley with the tough hands. Now it's the other way. That's Gordon. Gordon up top. Trying to work on it. Nothing. Jack Clancy tries his hand. Back to Gordon. Gordon for three. Air ball. No good. Shot clock was running down. Gordon just had to get something off. Clancy couldn't find something. Gordon couldn't find something. Really, really great defense there by the Lakers. And a good job holding them still down by 1 point.
Something to note here, Lucas. Oswego averages 87.5 points per game. Brockport 96. We're almost a quarter way through the game. It's 16-17. Very low scoring and very defensive.
Yeah, Kenny, both of these teams have just been so stout on defense, and you can see it right here. Great job by Christian Amika and Emilio Nobly on the tipped pass. Just fantastic work. You know that is what Joe Clark's specialty is, because that is all that they have been doing, hammering that defense. It has just been unyielding. Pownell guarding Judd. Judd driving in. There's a foul there on Cameron Pownell. Judd, fantastic at drawing those fouls. He's going to the line again.
For a guy like Pownell, I mean, when you're at, a 6'7" frame, it's hard to not get a foul call on you by someone a little bit shorter than you. They come up, they fall. Ref sees it from the backside, and you're going to get that call just about every time.
Yeah, very unfortunate. His stature doesn't give him a lot of room to play defense inside the paint. And when you're as good as Judd, you know how to draw those fouls. Judd, a 77% free throw shooter. Makes his first one there. He's already got 7 on the day. Averaging 20 points a game and 7.5 rebounds. There he makes his second one. He's got 8 so far. Judd, just a standout player for this Lakers squad. But now Brockport trying to find their own star in this game. And it might be Emilio Nobly if he hits this one. No good, but the putback also no good by Jacob Oka. And it'll go the other way. That's McClain to Bradley. Bradley fakes it to Demling. Now into Judd. Judd to Demling. That's no good off the miss. Unfortunate there for Patrick Emling. And it goes the other way. Nobly for three. No good. Rebounded by Emling. Now it's McGee the other way. McGee drives in himself. Passes it to Judd for three. That's good. Deacon Judd hitting the three ball. And a timeout called by Joe Clark. 21-17, Lakers lead after that run.
And Deacon Judd already at 11 points on the night with only one foul, not anywhere near foul trouble, absolutely dropping it. And what a beautiful pass that was, getting down. It goes behind the back. Just so unfortunate Emling could not finish off the layup. But what a pass it was. Deacon Judd doing Deacon Judd things down there.
Yeah, he has been really, really impressive so far, and he keeps continuing to be impressive. Not a big three-ball shooter, though. That was an interesting one from him. Doesn't even have a three-point percentage here on his stat sheets, so he clearly doesn't shoot that one too much, but he was ready for it there. Really, really good job. But, Kenny, I still don't want to discredit the Brockport Golden Eagles because besides that stint, they've been pretty much up the whole game, and it's been because of that stout defense. So impressive so far, and it starts with the offensive press all the way at the front.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look on them. They're on their toes this whole game. In transition, they're not on their heels. They're not looking back. They're just moving forward down the court. They have down-court vision, which is something that's super important, especially with teams that are this good. Looking down the court, seeing what's ahead of you, looking for the next available passing lane, getting in there and stealing it away. And that's what Brockport has done so well today, and that's one of the reasons why they were leading for so long. But Oswego starting to find out some of the weaknesses within Brockport's defense and are now starting to take advantage.
The full court press is very impressive, but it is very easy to take advantage of once you figure it out. And I think the Lakers have just started to. Leone, a fantastic mind. Now Brockport still going quick. That's Cameron Dyer, midi. No good off the backboard. Rebound by McGee. Quick start by the Eagles. Does not work out for him. Now Jason McGee going to try and go to work. Tipped away there by Zachary Rice, coming back into the game off the timeout. Golden Eagles have all of their starters in except for Jack Clancy, who is in the game for Omar White. It'll be Bradley on the inbound, trying to find someone, eventually finds Emling. Emling working on Ibar. Now McGee will find it up at the top. Screen from Judd, doesn't get anything out of it. Has to work out of it. There's McLean. McLean up top, driving in on Rice to Emling in the corner for three. No good off the front of the rim. Brockport going the other way. That's Cameron Dyer driving in. Loses it off of his foot. But a foul called on Gary McLean. Interesting call there by the referees. Dyer kicks it off his foot. But a foul called on Gary McLean. And Jason Leone is losing it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in the Oswego side liked that call. But nevertheless, got to go back on defense and got to get that one back.
Got to get it back. Here's Pharrell Ibar driving it in. Gives it to Zachary Rice for three. That one's good. As they say, ball don't lie. And he hit that one to make sure it was. Now Gary McLean going the other way. Got to get something back after that. Still up a point. But you don't want to get Brockport get the momentum. And it gets stolen away. Cameron Dyer with the steal and a pile up there. Judd on top of him. And some jawing going on down below, a jump ball. Cameron Dyer has some words there for Deacon Judd after the fall. But a great steal there by Cameron Dyer to take it away.
Dyer had some word for the referees, too.
Also had some words for the referee as well.
That looked like a fumble, and they were getting on the ball and trying to turn it over. But this ain't football, it's basketball, and we're on the hardwood, not the grass.
Turned up Lakers ball. It'll be McLean up top. Dyer has been everywhere on defense so far. Really been a nuisance. Gets faked there. McLean to Judd. Judd driving in. Tries to get to Foster, but over his head. Foster could not grab that one. And it'll go the other way. Really good defensive possession by Brockport once again.
Mistakes are critical in this one, Lucas. If you're making a mistake and it becomes a turnover with a score of only 1 point, as I said earlier, you don't feel comfortable unless you're up by 5 or more.
Pharrell Ibar driving in, trying his luck. That's a good move. Doesn't get anything, though. Cameron Dyer wide open, though. That one is good. Pointing at the crowd with his 3-point celly there. Dyer is fired up. Foster the other way. Drives in, gets it to Bradley. Bradley wanted that one, but Omar White on the closeout. Back to Foster in the paint. Working on Zachary Rice. Good defense there. No good. Now it's Dyer the other way. To Rice. Rice drives in, gets it poked away by Foster. Stays Brockport ball, however.
And that's a good way to slow things down for Oswego. Again, Brockport picking up a little bit of momentum here. Poke it away, slow things down, regroup yourselves, and try to get some momentum back on your side.
On the inbound, it's Pharrell Ibar. Ibar guarded by McLean. Some fancy moves there. McLean unyielding. Ibar driving in. No good. And a rebound by McLean. Now to Judd the other way. Judd up top to Bradley. And a foul on Omar White. Reach in there. And that'll be 7 fouls already for Brockport. And Kenny, you got to think it's because of that aggressive style of defense that Oswego was already at the line shooting extra free throws.
It already gives them the one-on-one free throws, and there's still 7 minutes to go. Brockport, one thing I don't want to do right now is get into foul trouble in the first half and start to have to utilize players off of the bench more and start to put some of your starters on the bench early on. You don't want that in a game that's been this close.
And especially when you're guarding a guy like Stephen Bradley, who's shooting 90% from the free throw line. That is NBA numbers, Kenny. Most college players do not shoot that well from the line, but Stephen Bradley does. No good there, though. Another announcer's jinx by me. Apologies to Stephen Bradley.
Didn't knock on wood, man.
I did not. But Pharrell Ibar will take it the other way. 1-point game. Brockport is up 23-22. Ibar driving in, trying to make something happen. No good. Another great defensive possession there by Stephen Bradley. Just been able to clamp up Ibar. Now Bradley the other way. McGee for 3. Oh, yeah. Give him that one all day. He loves it. And now quick back the other way. Amika. And a travel call. Christian Amika could not find his footing there. Tried to be fast after the Jason McGee 3, but a little bit too fast. And it'll be Lakers ball once again. 2-point lead for the Lakers. 6:30 left to go in this one. And now it'll be McGee facilitating that offense. Driving in himself on Amika, and that's a fantastic bucket. Big man bucket there from Jason McGee. And then going the other way. Gary McLean tips it out of bounds. Will stay Brockport's ball, though. Really, really good defense from the Lakers the past couple of minutes. Really doing a good job shutting down what the Brockport Golden Eagles have going on. There's Zachary Rice, the leading scorer against Ithaca. Been shut down so far, and that's once again getting poked away. Rice for 3, though. That one's good. Zachary Rice getting on the board for the first time. Great bucket by him. Second time. First 3 of the game for him. Arthur Foster the other way, guarded by Dyer. Really fun matchup there. Cameron Dyer and Arthur Foster. Judd up top, guarded by Oka. Drives in. Foul on Jacob Oka. And Judd will be at the line shooting again. We talked about it already. Deacon Judd, so good at drawing those fouls.
Yeah, and as a team, they've been good at drawing the fouls, and they've been good from the charity stripe. And they're shooting 73.8% from the free throw line. As a team, that's good, and it gets boosted by someone like Deacon Judd putting up a 90% from the free throw line. But as a team, you got to shoot well from the charity stripe, and you got to get these free points when they're given to you. Now that you're in the bonus, it becomes even more critical as Judd puts up now 12 points on the night.
Deacon Judd shooting his second. That's
13.
Another one. 13 points already for Deacon Judd. He's going to come out of the game after that. Kobe Nwosu subbing in for him. Lakers now up 3. Still a close game, though. This game has been so back and forth. We got 5:40 left on the clock. Pharrell Ibar up top to Oka. Now to Rice. Rice up top, driving in on McLean. Out to Dyer. Dyer drives in to Rice for 3. No good. Rice off the front of the rim, and it's rebounded by Foster. Foster dishes it to Bradley. Bradley into the middle of Foster. Foster back out to Bradley for 3. No good. Front of the rim. Bradley been cold from the 3-ball line so far. Poked away by McLean. Zach Rice. Mistake there. McLean going up with it. Oh, no good. Off of the basket try. And a foul there on Zachary Rice. Gary McLean just couldn't get that one to go. But a great defensive stop there by him. McLean shooting 60% from the free throw line. Not the most efficient, but he is reliable in the clutch. Got some subs ready to come in here. For Brockport, it'll be Marco Evans. And for Oswego, it'll be Chris White-Luciano. McLean makes his first free throw. Second one, no good. Lakers have been having a tough time, but an offensive rebound there. And it's another set possession for the Lakers. Just so many offensive boards. Now McLean drives in. Can't find anything. Finds White-Luciano, though, for the tough basket. White-Luciano finds the lane, beats his man, and that's his first bucket of the game. Golden Eagles back the other way, though. Tried to be quick, but shut down by Nwosu. Now Ibar driving in. Gets it to Dyer. Dyer drives in. No good, but a foul on White-Luciano. Cameron Dyer going to the line.
And I'll be Oswego's 5th on the day, but we look at Brockport's side of things, they're at 9 already, which is a lot early on. I know there's still 4:30 left to go here in the first half of Oswego. Doing good at staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah, a lot of fouls so far. Cameron Dyer missing his first free throw. 1 for 3 right now from the free throw line. Dyer a little visibly upset right now, maybe a little flustered. But nonetheless, taking his second shot there. Sinks that one. So just a 5-point game for the Lakers. And it'll be McLean taking it up, guarded by Evans. McLean gets it over the midway and drives right in. All the way out to McGee. Great pass there. McGee takes a dribble and a shot. Air ball. But a rebound by White-Luciano. Up top to McLean. McLean doesn't want it. White-Luciano does, though. No good, and a rebound by Dyer. So many offensive boards for the Lakers. Brockport the other way, though. Evans up top. Now to Rice. Rice, deep three. No good. Too much power, and a rebound by McLean. White-Luciano up top. Drives in. Nothing. Dumps it off to McGee. McGee, nice spin move into the paint. All the way out to Foster. Foster to Bradley. Bradley drives in now. No good. Great defense there by Zach Rice. And Rice will take it now. Giving it to Dyer. Dyer slows it down in the corner. Working on Foster. Foster pokes it away. And now it's Arthur Foster going the other way. Salts up top. And to McGee. McGee drives in. No one there to contest him. And that's an easy bucket for Jason McGee. This Laker crowd is getting loud. Jason McGee's got 10 points in this first half.
Oswego creating a little bit of a gap here on a 7-1 run now.
Making a 7-3 run.
7-3 run, but Oswego still creating a bit of a gap here as we get into a timeout. Now 34-29. They have a 5-point lead, and with how they've been playing this game, that's a significant lead. It doesn't seem like much on the outside, but it seems like a lot in this game.
It's been one of the biggest leads so far, Getty. We've been seeing 1-point leads, 2-point leads, back and forth, lead shifts. But we have a quick pause here. We got 3:02 remaining. Oswego's up 34-29. And Kenny, I think the biggest thing so far for the Lakers that have been beneficial is those free throws, because Brockport has just been fouling so much. And it has been an easy day at the free throw line for the Lakers. 8 for 11. They got 8 free points already. That's just not something you can have if you're a Brockport team.
That and that Oswego's playmakers are scoring. Jason McGee is 3 for 3 of his last 4, and Deacon Judd 3 of his last 4. But as a team, they're 1 for their last 4, and for three-pointers, they're 1 of their last 5. So playmakers are scoring for Oswego. If the rest of the team can pick up some of that slack, they could really make a separation against the Golden Eagles here.
On the inbound, it'll be McGee. Guarded by Rice, but not as tough of a defense this time around. Brockport going to play back a little bit. McGee going to work on Rice, try and take advantage of that. Gets it stripped away. There's Emilio Nobly, 2-on-1 with Dyer. Elects to take it himself. No good. Rebounded by. Can't see in the paint. Oh, no good. That was Bryce Marshall. And now the other way, stolen away. And it's Zach Rice going the other way with it. Fast-paced action here now with Dyer in the 3-corner. No good. And Gary McLean takes it and slows down the pace. A ton of action here coming down to the wire at the end of this half. And it'll be McGee now taking his time up top. It was Bryce Marshall there on the offensive board. First time coming in the game. Now Jason McGee working on the inside. No good. Great defense by Zach Rice. And it'll be Nathaniel Gordon going the other way. And unfortunately, Cameron Dyer just can't hold on to it. Loses the pass. And it'll be going the other way for the Lakers.
A lot of misses and a lot of mistakes in the last couple transitions. I think it's almost good to get a stoppage here for both teams. Slow things down. You're flying around. You're going for a dunk, and you missed a dunk from Foster. You're going down to the three-point line. You're shooting. You can't hit anything. Slow it down for a second. Regroup. Both teams won for their last 6.
Yeah, you said it. 1 for the last 6. Both of these teams have just been fast-paced, but no smart shot selections. Lakers going to try and slow down here. Going to start with Deacon Judd driving in. Tough try there at the rim and a foul there on Cameron Pownell. And Deacon Judd going to the line again. Already 7 free throws on the day. And Deacon Judd going to be shooting 2 more.
And again, it's good when he gets to the line for the Lakers because of how well he is shooting from there. Assume he shoots 10 free throws in a game, he's probably going to hit about 9 of those.
Yeah, he is very, very efficient, Deacon Judd. Of course, we just jinxed it. We cannot stop ourselves. We can't give credit to anyone, can we?
No, we can't.
I feel horrible jinxing these players.
I do too.
Deacon Judd, such a phenomenal player at the line. Gets his second one there. 7 for 9 from the line for Deacon Judd. He's got 14 points so far. Now it'll be Emilio Nobly taking it up for Brockport. 1:40 left on the clock and a 6-point lead for the Lakers. This one's still close. Gordon takes it outside, guarded by White Luciano. Nothing. Great defense played. Has to get it out to Nobly. Nobly doesn't know where to go with it. Eventually gets it to Clancy. Now to Gordon. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gordon drives in. Tough basket there by Nathaniel Gordon. Drawing the contact. Doesn't get anything, but doesn't need it. Now it'll be White Luciano the other way. Trying to push the pace. Now Judd across the court to Bradley. Bradley up top. Bradley working on Nobly. Drives in. Step back jumper. Oh, yeah. That one's too good from Stephen Bradley. Silky smooth jump shot. Less than a minute to go. Emilio Nobly drives in. Into Pownell. Gets it slammed away by Patrick Emling. Emling tried to get it away there, but it goes out of bounds, kicked off the foot, and it'll stay Brockport ball. Just a 6-point lead for the Lakers. We got 45 seconds left. Jack Clancy on the inbound. If you're like the Golden Eagles, you desperately want a basket if this is your last possession. But instead, it's a travel on Emilio Nobly. Too quick with his feet there. Too fancy footwork. And it's going to go the other way. McLean will take it up quickly back to Bradley. Back to McLean up top. Nathaniel Gordon tries to recover. Now to Emling. McLean in the corner. Drives in on Pownell. Across to McGee. McGee for 3. Off the rim. And it's rebounded by Bradley. Stays Oswego ball. Poked away there by a Johnny Fleming. Or excuse me, that was Bryce Marshall. And McGee on the inbound. Foster's going to come in, though, quick. Leone going to make a quick substitution with 20 seconds left. Arthur Foster coming in the game for Patrick Emling.
Important possession here, Lucas. You want to get a couple extra points going to the half and give yourself momentum going into the locker room.
On the inbound, it's Foster. Working on Clancy. Drives in, gives it to McGee. And an on-the-floor foul for the Lakers. Another foul on Jack Clancy. And the Brockport Golden Eagles just cannot catch a break right now. It'll be Arthur Foster at the line now.
Yeah, not good when it comes in foul trouble. I mean, they're already into the double bonus, so they're going to be shooting a guaranteed 2 free throws, just like a first miss there. I was going to say, even if he does miss this first one, he will get that second chance to add on yet another point, and that gives Brockport about 14.6 seconds to get down the court and make something happen.
Foster missing the first free throw. We got some subs coming in. That's why we're taking a second, folks. Patrick Emling came in the game. Referee's having some words with Leon. Leon not understanding what the ref's asking for. We also have Zach Rice coming into the game. Foster just a 56% free throw shooter. No good for both there. Gets his own rebound, though. And he'll be shooting 2 more free throws off the foul. Tough effort there from Arthur Foster. Getting his offensive board. Let's see if he can get these 2.
And Oswego has been smothering Brockport in the rebound category. That's rebound number 29 for Oswego. On the other side for the Golden Eagles, that's only 17. And that's going to lead to plenty of fouls as well. That is the 12th personal foul of the game for Brockport, which makes it really tricky when you're a coach on the other side going, man, half my team's in foul trouble going into the second half.
Yeah, it's tough. Foster missing the second free throw. Now going the other way, we got 8 seconds left, and a foul on Patrick Emling down there in the corner. Jack Clancy drawing that one. And Kenny, one more thing I wanted to talk about as this half comes to a close. We'll discuss it a little more in a second, but the offensive boards for the Lakers have just been so tough. But now we got 6 seconds left. That's Emilio Nobly. Tries to get something going. This Pownell. Pownell's going to be the one that has to take the shot. Doesn't know how much time left. Freshman mistake there. You hate to see it from Cameron Pownell. Just didn't know how much time was on the clock. And that is how that one will end. It is a 38-31 point lead there for the Lakers. And like I said, Kenny, the one thing I want to talk about, the big thing I want to talk about there is the offensive boards for the Lakers. 12 so far. And if you're the Brockport Eagles, if you're Joe Clark, that's just unacceptable. To me, that is just unacceptable. 12 offensive boards in one half. That just cannot be happening. And you have seen how many second chance points, third chance points they are getting from these boards. And it's just a huge problem. And I really am interested to see how Joe Clark deals with that in the second half.
Yeah, no, it is blatantly unacceptable. And that leads to a lot of things like fouls. When you get 12 personal fouls in the first half, now you go into the second half like, man, who are we going to pull off the bench early on to try and utilize some extra players so our players aren't getting into foul trouble with only, a 20-minute half here. And even on the other end, for defensively, Oswego's only up 2 extra rebounds. It's 17-15 in the rebound difference defensively. So you have to figure something out on the defensive end for Brockport. You cannot allow Oswego so many offensive rebounds. And they've been doing great in transition, getting down the court. They're getting there in time. They're getting plenty of good steals. They're winning in the steal difference 4-2 over Oswego. So it'll be interesting to see what they can change going into the second half. And for Oswego, I said it earlier, anything over 5 feels significant. And they're up 7 points. And since we've said, they've been up 5, it's only grown point by point very slowly, but nevertheless a lead.
Well, unfortunately for the Brockport Golden Eagles, they have had some troubles in the paint. But I want to talk about some of the side-by-side stats here. The Lakers have 2 very, very impressive scorers so far. Deacon Judd, Jason McGee, 14 points and 10 points respectively. Jason McGee having a really, really good day. He's got 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Really, really playing well. Coming off the bench, too. Hasn't gotten the start this season. Leon is elected to continue to stay with Freddie Fowler, but he has been subbing in Jason McGee almost immediately once the game starts. So you want to think that Jason McGee is going to be getting into this game, getting some starting minutes at some point because he's been playing so well. But on the other side, it was Zach Rice and Emilio Nobly. Nobly also coming off the bench, and he hits those 2 big threes to start the game. Super impressive from him. He's got a steal and a block as well. He was really making an impact to start. Really want to see what he can do in this second half as well. But nonetheless, 38-31 will be the final score at the half. We still have another half to play, folks, but we will be right back. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got the second half of action right here on WTOP 10. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Max Zeal Gymnasium. We are here for the second half of action between the SUNY Oswego State Lakers and the SUNY Brockport Golden Eagles. We got an inter-SUNY matchup, but not an inter-conference matchup. Brockport has recently left the SUNYAC in lieu of the Empire 8. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about some basketball right here, and it's going to be Pharrell Ibar driving in immediately, and that's a quick basket right off the bat from Pharrell Ibar. Great start for Brockport. We're not even 10 seconds into this game, folks, and he's already got a great basket.
And look at this, Lucas. They're already back to the full court press that was getting them an advantage early on in the first half.
It'll be Freddie Fowler up top to start, and now it's Foster. Foster working on Dyer. Has been a fun matchup all day, and a missed pass there by Foster. Judd couldn't grab that one, and it's a turnover on the Lakers. Brockport's going to get it. So just like that, Brockport has a chance to bring it within a one-basket score in just less than a minute, actually.
If Brockport leads in a turnover advantage, it's 9 turnovers for Oswego, 7 for the Golden Eagles.
They have been really good at forcing turnovers. That's Zachary Rice on the drive. Nice basket. Easy floater from Zachary Rice. And we got a 3-point game, folks. This is going to come down to the wire. I already know it. And there's some great defensive press there by the Golden Eagles. And it's going to be a foul on Freddie Fowler trying to get the ball. Really nice job from the Golden Eagles so far, covering the Lakers like white on rice.
And they came out hot. They already brought this thing to a 3-point game. They did exactly what they needed to do. Got a quick turnover, scored on it, and took advantage of the mistake from Oswego.
Pharrell Ibar now trying to stay hot. Drives in again. Misses the basket this time. Got it poked away, but the rebound by Jacob Oka. Big man bucket off the offensive board. That's Jacob Oka, the senior. And now a press the other way. It's Foster driving in. Gonna pass it to McLean. McLean with the slam. Gary McLean. And now it's Zachary Rice the other way. Drives in. No good. And a hard fall for Gary McLean. Meeting Zachary Rice at the rim, preventing the dunk from happening. Zach Rice wanted that one bad.
And man, you would think these two teams were still SUNYAC rivals. Oswego comes out with an absolutely massive dunk from McLean, and Rice tries to answer right back. While he doesn't get home the dunk, he will get free throws.
Zach Rice shooting 2 at the line. Misses the first one. Looking at his hand a little bit, might have hurt himself trying to go for that monster dunk.
Well, he got up high, hit the rim, and then hung on to the net. Hopefully didn't get anything hurt. He looks to be fine as he sinks that second free throw.
Zach Rice making the second one. And it's a tough press again. Dyer working on Foster. This time he doesn't get it, though. Dyer not happy about these referee calls. He is getting handsy. On the inbound, got to go all the way back to McGee. McGee tiptoes the out-of-bounds line, being guarded by Omar White, and now the other way, it's Bradley to Judd inside. Judd, tough basket over Jacob Oka. The height makes the difference. Dyer tries to fake Foster. Foster doesn't bait. Gets it poked away. Foster with a second steal from Dyer. And another foul on Cameron Dyer. Dyer is not happy with that one as well, and Foster has just been an absolute nuisance for Cameron Dyer so far.
And that's Dyer's second personal foul, and that is a lot of players now on that Brockport team with 13 now personal fouls on the night.
Arthur Foster, 2 steals on the night, and they've both been on Dyer, but that's Ibar getting a steal of his own to a wide-open Dyer for 3. Booyah! That one's good. From Cameron Dyer, getting his get back. And it's just a 1-point game. McLean now the other way. The vet trying to make something happen. Got to get his team going. Drives it in. Can't find anything. Poked away by Jacob Oka. And it'll actually go the other way. A great defensive possession there from the Brockport Eagles. That one's actually going to go out of bounds. McLean with a costly mistake, going to come out of the game for that one. Leone not happy with him. Patrick Emling going to get some more minutes. Now the other way, Ibar being guarded by McGee. And a whistle call there. Foul there on Foster, it looks like. Just a push. Excuse me, that was on McGee. Apologies there. Now an inbound pass for the Brockport Golden Eagles. It'll be Omar White, who's been quiet so far. Giving it to Ibar. Ibar driving in, trying to get around Foster. Foster, good defense. Not getting baited, gets it to Dyer. Dyer, step back, mid-range, off the glass. That one's good. Pretty work from Cameron Dyer.
Bank shot off the corner of the glass, gives them the lead. It's now Brockport up by 1, and they have come out firing on all cylinders.
Brockport leading. Arthur Foster trying to change that, and he does. Arthur Foster with a tough bucket to come back. Timeout called, and it is Oswego leading 44-43 early in this second half.
And it's been a good stretch for Oswego to start off this second half. Right now, 4 of their last 5, but even for Brockport, 6 of their last 7. Been phenomenal for both teams, but both struggling from beyond the arc. For Oswego, they're 1 for their last 6, and for Brockport, 1 for their last 4. But again, the scorers are scoring. Gary McLean, 3 for his last 3. Deacon Judd, 4 for his last 5. And Cameron Dyer, 3 of his last 4.
Yeah, like you said it, the scores have been scoring. Really impressive stuff from them. And the Lakers, with that tough bucket from Foster, go up by 1. We got 17 minutes left, though, folks. This is anyone's game, just a 1-point lead. And I believe that is the 8th lead change of this game so far between these two teams. And I'm sure that is not going to be the last one, as Brockport will take it up now. It's going to be Pharrell Ibar. Once again, the true freshman, already showcasing his stuff early in his collegiate career. Putting the fancy footwork on Patrick Emling, another freshman. Good defense by Emling. Ibar goes up with it. Emling able to stuff him. Gets the jump ball there. Patrick Emling with some fantastic work there on the defensive possession, and it'll be a Lakers ball.
6'4" freshman out of Penfield, New York, gets things done there for the Lakers, and they'll keep that 1-point lead and try to score another couple here.
Still with the full court press, Brockport putting the pressure on the Lakers, but it's not enough. Foster will make it across, and now he's going to drive in, gets it to Judd. Judd wide open under the basket, and that's an easy reverse layup for Deacon Judd. He's just simply never going to make that one. Or never missed that one, excuse me. But now it's Pharrell Ibar. Oka up top, working on Judd. Oka the other way. Big man basket from the senior, Jacob Oka. Had 15 points and 12 rebounds in their opening game against Ithaca. Trying to make something happen now. But now it's going to be Bradley into the paint to Emling. Gets it poked away by Oka. And it'll stay Lakers ball. Good defense there by the Brockport Golden Eagles as a whole. And the Lakers are going to try and set something up off of this inbound.
It's something that Brockport was doing better earlier on. Yes, they were poking balls away, but they were getting them into turnovers. They can get that back and get some more points on the board for them.
McGee driving in on Rice, takes it himself, and 1 for Jason McGee. Too easy. That is all he does, folks. Tough baskets at the rim.
And that's McGee's 12th point on the night, trying to shoot for number 13 here. Only person better than him tonight is Deacon Judd with 18.
McGee has been one of the Lakers' top scorers so far this season. Their 3rd best, in fact, averaging 13 a game. Has been so impressive. Doesn't get that free throw there. And a violation will go the other way for the Brockport Golden Eagles. McGee, an 83% free throw shooter, misses that one. Uncharacteristic from him. Now just a 3-point lead. It'll be Pharrell Ibar. Ibar driving in. Tough bucket from the freshman right over Stephen Bradley. He went coast to coast on that one. Now McGee the other way. Double team. Guarded by Omar White, and a reach-in foul on Omar White. White getting a little handsy there. And Brockport not liking a lot of these calls that the referees are handing out. Already 4 fouls in the half for both of these teams. Very physical game so far. Long pass to Judd on the inbound. Gets it to go, though. Judd, guarded by Oka, gets snuffed, has to pass to McGee. McGee in the corner, right back. McGee, nice pass to Stephen Bradley, but it's poked away by Oka. Really good job defending that, but it'll stay Lakers ball.
Never mind.
Go ahead,
my
Kenny.
bad. Brockport's defense has been phenomenal. Again, early in this second half. The question is, last half they tapered off getting into the midway point. Can they keep their foot on the gas, or will it taper off again?
Foster to a wide open Deacon Judd. Off the second bounce, he gets the lucky one. And that's his second three of the game. Deacon Judd, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Now it'll be Oka up top, driving in. What a shifty move by Jacob Oka to get those points back. And it's a foul on Deacon Judd. What a move by Jacob Oka. That was an absolute beauty. And Deacon Judd simply couldn't do anything about that. Jacob Oka at the line, shooting one, had the and one. Laker crowd trying to get loud, doesn't matter. Jacob Oka sinks that one, and a timeout called by Brockport. Folks, we got 15 minutes left in this half. Only 5 minutes have gone by, and it's still just a 1-point lead for the Oswego State Lakers. Kenny, this has been anyone's game, and I believe it is going to continue to be anyone's game. What are you liking from both of these teams?
Well, I like the fact that they're making shots. I mean, Oswego, 7 of their last 8. Brockport, 9 of their last 10. Both squads are unable to miss a shot. The only time you see them missing anything is when there's a turnover defensively. They're both able to get into transition, get a steal, get the ball away, and convert on these opportunities. That's the big thing. Brockport, when they get an opportunity, have been able to convert. Oswego falters sometime in that category, and I think that's why Brockport has been able to come back a little bit in this one.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. It has been such a close game, and you got to think it's been partially in part due to their coaches. For Brockport, haven't talked about him much. Head coach is Joe Clark. This is actually his first season as the full head coach. He was the interim head coach the last 2 seasons, but he's been a part of the Brockport staff since 2009. Oh, and guess what? Last year as the interim head coach, won the Empire 8 title in their first year in the Empire 8. They got coaching staff of the year. Clark also got the USBWA Rochester Coach of the Year. And on top of all that, when he was a player here at Brockport, just to even show a little more that he bleeds Brockport gold and green, won the SUNY title as a player his senior year. So a lot of experience when it comes to Oswego, I'm sure Joe Clark has. But now on the inbound, the Lakers trying to overcome that experience. And it'll be Bradley dancing on the line, saves it, gets it to Judd. Judd fouled on the way up to the rim. Judd shooting 2 more. 7 for 9 on the day. Just so good at drawing those fouls.
That'll be personal foul number 17 on the night for Brockport, number 5 of the half. And Oswego not too far behind, though. They have 11 as a team, 4 starting off this second half. So the foul trouble is something to think about for Brockport. And Oswego, again, taking advantage of these free throws, making shots at the charity stripe. Extremely important. And, well, I guess getting Deacon Judd the ball helps, too. He's got 22 on the night.
Deacon Judd already at his season average, but there's no surprise there. That season average is the average for a reason, averaging 20 a game. Already ahead of that. Makes both of them there. 9 for 11 on the day. He's just so good at drawing those fouls. You got to be more careful. But now it's Brockport the other way. Pharrell Ibar up at the top to White. Now down below to Oka. Oka trying to find someone, gets doubled. Double falls off. Gets it to Rice for 3. A great screen. That's good. Zachary Rice wide open. Defensive breakdown there for the Lakers. And there was not a man on Zachary Rice. But now the other way. It's a 2-on-1 for McGee. McGee taking it in himself. That's one's good. And 1 for Jason McGee. He's got a second and 1. He's too good.
What a way to respond there for the Lakers. Have a defensive breakdown, let open a wide open looking three. They tie it back up, and Oswego goes right back down with McGee and gets the N1.
So impressive, Jason McGee. He loves to finish at the rim, makes his free throw there. But all I see this guy do is draw contact and make those tough layups. He is such a prolific scorer, especially around the rim. But now Brockport the other way. Ibar up top. Trying to find something. That's Zach Royce for three. No good off the front, but a rebound by Omar White. Great offensive board there. And a basket there to keep his team in it. Still just a 1-point game. Bradley to Judd. Judd for three. He's perfect from beyond the arc. 3 for 3 for Deacon Judd. Now back the other way. Brockport trying to make it happen. Pharrell Ibar doesn't know what to do up at top, passing it back and forth with White. Eventually gets it to Oka. Now to Dyer. Dyer working on McLean. Drives in. Can't find anything. Gets it to Oka for three. In and out for Oka. Rebound by Ibar. Back up top to Dyer. Dyer drives in. Gets it stolen away. And it gets taken back. Foster goes up. Foster, just an easy layup for him. 6-point lead for the Lakers. Ibar now has to get something going for his team. Going to go down below to Dyer. Now all the way back up top. A lot of ball movement. Good move by Zach Royce. Bucket off the pump fake. Had Stephen Bradley jumping for joy on that one. And an easy mid-range bucket. Now back the other way. McLean, quick. Pass it to Bradley. Bradley to McGee. McGee wide open at the top. Oh yeah, that one's good. Too easy for Jason McGee. He's got 18 points on the day.
Man, have these offenses showed up in the second half? At this point, each team may be scoring 15. It's been a whole heck of a lot more in the second half.
So impressive. Dyer, mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Judd. Other way, Bradley thought about taking the foot off the gas, but then gets it to McGee. McGee drives in, tries to play muscle ball, but a jump ball instead. Little confusion there. The possession arrow was pointing towards the Lakers. Brockport claiming that the ball is theirs. And I do believe the last jump ball did go to the Lakers, Kenny. I'm pretty sure the Brockport Golden Eagles are in the right here.
It looks like they never changed the possession on the scoreboard, and I'm going to guess that's what the issue is here.
That is what the refs are looking at.
It could be something different, but I do think Brockport is correct that they should be getting the ball here. But we will see what they talk about at the scorer's table and get it all sorted out. But nevertheless, 64-57 with 12:10 left to go, and it will be sorted out, and Brockport will get the ball.
There we go. It's Brockport's ball. Just an easy switch. Now keep that possession. It'll stay there because it'll be Lakers' ball next. But a 7-point lead now. Might have been the biggest lead of the day for the Lakers so far. 64-57. Into the paint now to Oka. Oka fouled by Deacon Judd. Judd picking up his 4th personal foul. And Kenny, when you got 12 minutes left, that is a big issue if you are the Lakers.
And I'm sure they're thankful this Thanksgiving for him getting 4 fouls here this early on. A huge issue for the Lakers with your top goal scorer, with top point scorer. I did a hockey thing with 26 points. It's been a long winter so far, Lucas.
It has been. You've been calling a lot of hockey. I've been talking a lot of hockey. Now we're here for some basketball. As Jacob Oka makes that first shot. Ref whistle really quick there. Oka had, I think, a bracelet on his wrist there. Had to toss that one away. Oka on the second one. That one's good. As you see, Deacon Judd coming off the court. You got to do it. You got to keep him for later in the game. And you have plenty of other players to make up for him. So it'll be Foster up top now. Just a 5-point lead now for the Lakers. McLean drives in. Pump fake. That's an easy bucket. Jacob Oka went flying over him. Great pump fake there by Gary McLean. Now the Golden Eagles the other way. Oka drives in. Finds a lane and a reach-in foul there. Going to call it on Jason McGee.
You can hear Coach Leone from up here yelling, stop. He is fired up.
And you hear Leone talking to McGee saying, you got 3, stop reaching. You got your 2 best scorers currently in foul trouble. And there's Zachary Rice for 3, no good off the front of the rim. And it'll go out of bounds. Laker ball. Still a full court press. Leone telling all of his guys, get up there on the inbound. Foster looking for someone on the inbound. Gets it to Bradley. Stolen away by Rice. And it's scooped up by Marco Evans. Fantastic job and a great effort there by Zachary Rice and Marco Evans. Able to get the ball. The full court press is working, and the Lakers having a really tough time with it on these certain situations.
Yeah, they have been. And again, we talked about early on, Brockport has an ability to get into transition, catch the Lakers sleeping, get a nice steal, and take advantage of it. And right there, oh so close to doing it one more time.
A lot easier on that second inbound. McLean just pops out for the quick pass. McLean into Bradley. Bradley gets it stolen away. And now it'll be Jacob Oka. Layup. Too easy off the fast break points for Jacob Oka. And it is now a 5-point game. Oka's got 13 points. And now got a lot of communication going on the court.
Yeah, Lakers having to get a quick sub there. Patrick Emlin going off and out to the medical table. So quick sub, a little bit of confusion for Oswego, but nevertheless going to inbound the ball here, up 5.
Emling looking a little worse for the wear, but White Luciano in to cover for him. And now on the inbound, Lakers eventually get it in. It'll be Foster coming up the court. Really good defense there by Marco Evans. He knows he's got him. Almost steals it away. Does get it stolen away. Goes off of Foster's leg. And it'll be Brockport ball. Great job there by Marco Evans. Awesome intimidator defense there. Gets it away from Foster. And now Brockport's got it. Down by just 5. And a travel called on Nathaniel Gordon. Both of these teams just can't get out of their own way. It's such a close game, and you're losing opportunities on stuff that's your own fault.
Deflating is what that would be. You get a great steal, a great defensive stop. I mean, you could see Marco Evans smiling from up here how excited he was. And then you go around and you travel. So that's tough for both squads. But it was such a close game, you almost want to expect stuff like that.
Another poked ball. That was Gordon trying to get it from McGee. McGee able to recover. McGee driving in. Takes it himself. That's a good bucket for Jason McGee. He's got 20 now. Brockport quick the other way. Rice to Evans. Evans across. Gets it stolen by McLean. McLean gets it to Bradley. Bradley drives in. Blocked by Zachary Rice, but a foul called instead. Kenny, I don't know if I saw much contact on that one. That looks like a block to me.
I saw a lot of hand in that one personally. I do think that was a good call. Looked like he got the wrist on the way down, and that one will probably 9 times out of 10 in Division III be called a foul.
Fair enough. I only saw him block off the board. Missed the part where he hit the wrist, but Bradley's still shooting 2, and once again shooting 90% from the free throw line. He's not going to miss often.
It's no fun if we always agree, Lucas. We have to disagree.
We do have to disagree every once in a while, Kenny. We have a show together every Thursday, but nonetheless, we're going to come back right to the action. Missed second free throw by Bradley. Now going the other way, it's Jacob Oka to Marco Evans. Marco Evans, easy bucket under the rim. And back to the court crest. But McLean didn't have anyone on him. Covered fully all the way down. Gets it to Foster, and Foster now with the screen from Nwosu. Foster across to Bradley. Bradley pumps, drives in. Nice back from Stephen Bradley off the pump fake. Too easy from him. He's got 8 today. Now back the other way. For Ibron to Zach Rice for 3. No good. Too short again. Rice has been short on a lot of those threes. A short pass. McGee was wide open, but it's stolen by Rice. Now Rice drives in. Hook pass to Gordon. Gordon drives in. Into Oka. Oka too strong under the basket. And a very unfortunate series of events for the Lakers. A turnover leads to the bucket under the rim, and it's a 6-point game for the Lakers, and the timeout called by Joe Clark.
It's something to be fearful for if you're the Brockport Golden Eagles. Your top 2 scorers currently sitting at 3 fouls a pop, but for Oswego on the other end, your top 2 scorers sitting at 4 and 3 fouls a pop. So both teams with, we'll call this fourth quarter basketball, though in NCAA basketball in the men's division you only do halves. But for this one, it's now the fourth quarter with less than 10 minutes left here in the second half. So it's going to get tight down the line. We have to see which team honestly has better bench depth. I think that could be a huge thing coming on the line in this one.
I am interested to see, Kenny, in how sparingly Leon uses Deacon Judd as these minutes tick down, because like you said, he's got 4 fouls, not coming in right here because they still got a 6-point lead. I suspect if things go really, really wrong, Lakers go down by a point, that's when you might see Judd come off the bench, go to the scorer's table, and a full court press. But it doesn't work there. Foster gets it to Nwosu. Nwosu double pump fake. Takes too many steps, though, and a travel. Kobe Nwosu off the double pump fake, but along with that double pump fake, took 4 steps. Way too many when it comes to basketball. And now Emilio Nobly coming back into the game. Going to bring it up the court for the Golden Eagles. Back and forth between him and Rice. Now down below to Oka. Oka, quick basket, or quick try, goes for it, doesn't get it. Now it's McGee to Foster. Foster blocked away by Omar White, and a foul called on White. Arthur Foster shooting 2 at the line.
I think Omar White's visible frustration after that one shows how probably much of this Brockport team feels now with 20 personal fouls on the day. Refs not letting him get away with much here.
And Omar White make that his 4th foul of the day for him. Usually one of the starters as Foster misses that first free throw. Omar White hasn't gotten as many minutes today as he usually, just 16. But again, he did start. Transfer from MCC. Still with 4 fouls, stays in the game. Arthur Foster making that second free throw. Foster just 6 points on the day. Quiet game for him as well. And it'll be Nobly up top now, trying to facilitate something on offense. White down below to Evans. Evans working on Nwosu. Nwosu on him. Gets it to Rice up top. Rice pump fakes. Takes a step in. Off the rim again. Rice again for 3 this time. No good again. Rice cannot hit anything, but another offensive board by Marco Evans. And he is fired up. Tough basket there from Marco Evans. But now it's Foster the other way, trying to take a coast-to-coast. Gets it to Nwosu. Nwosu to Bradley. And now a foul called on Omar White, and that'll be his last one. Omar White fouled out of the game now with 5.
Yeah, not happy about that call. That will end his night, as that will be his 5th personal foul. And again, that's what we talk about with teams that are having so many fouls early on in the game. You get late now, we're into foul trouble for a lot of players. Interesting to see how Brockport overcomes that.
Bradley making his first free throw, has been very, very reliant from there today. Shooting 3 for 5. Going to try and make it 4 for 6 here. Does so. He's got 10 on the day. So a couple of Lakers with 10 points now, including Bradley and McLean. Now Brockport with some quick passes. There's Oka down below. Gets it to Evans. Now to Dyer, out for 3. Cameron Dyer for 3. And he hits the signature celly he's been doing all game. That's 3 threes for Cameron Dyer. He's got 14. Now to McLean. McLean to Foster. Foster up top. Guarded by Oka. And a foul on Oka now. Too much contact. Or excuse me, that was Evans. Read the numbers there wrong. So a tough foul there for Marco Evans, and he has 3 fouls now as well. So a ton of Brockport players in foul trouble, and we still have 7:30 left in this game, Kenny. You got to start thinking maybe some of these subs are coming in. Foster making that first free throw.
That's their third player with 3 personal fouls here in this one and putting 3 of them in foul trouble. So, if you're a Brockport fan, you got to feel a bit frustrated right now looking at how many fouls are being called against your team. And for Oswego, not too far behind in that category, having 13 of their own. Refs really locking it down.
Foster misses the second one. Knobley quick the other way. Knobley to Dyer. Dyer fakes the 3, drives in, takes the mid-range instead, off the rim. Rebounded by McLean. McLean now taking his time. Deacon Judd back into the game. Foster, though, pushes off. And there's a charge call given to the Brockport Golden Eagles. They have been trying to get it all game, and they eventually get the call. Great job there by the Brockport Golden Eagles. Ticker time now coming down to it. We got 7 minutes left as you see Brockport taking their time going up. That's Evans trying to get it to Oka. Oka eventually recovers, gets it poked away by Foster. It'll save Brockport's ball. So a set play coming here for the Golden Eagles. Just a 5-point lead. We're a second under the 7-minute mark. And it'll be Knobley on the inbound. Out to Rice. Now Knobley finds the lane. Tries the mid-range. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, no good. And it's staying Brockport ball. Goes off of Gary McLean last. A scrum there for the ball. No one comes down with it, and it goes out of bounds.
Brockport done an excellent job here in the second half of closing the gap in the offensive rebounds. We talked about how they had only 3 going into the halftime. Now they have 8, and it's 8-13. What a much smaller difference now.
Very, very impressive work by Brockport, but trying a lot better. But there's Oka in the paint. Almost gets it poked away by Bradley. No one covered him there, and he missed the layup, and a rebound by Deacon Judd. Costly mistake by Jacob Oka. Missed the wide open lay. And the Lakers go the other way, still up 5. McGee up top now. McGee drives in on Oka, step back 3. Booyah! That one's good. McGee has been hot all night long. Back the other way, Golden Eagles. Long pass to Oka. Oka drives in. Foul. And it's going the other way, it looks like. Oka, not going the other way. One of the referees pointed. Foul on Deacon Judd, it looked like. That means he's fouled out.
They called it on McLean. And everybody thought
apologies there, folks. Thought the foul was on Deacon Judd. I guess not.
Deacon Judd thought the penalty was on
Judd.
Deacon
Also
Judd.
thought. But nonetheless, Jacob Oka shooting at the line. Desperately needs this one here. No good. But a try there by Cameron Dyer, and it stays Brockport ball. Great effort there. Arthur Foster couldn't come down with it. And now a timeout called by Joe Clark. Kenny, it's just an 8-point game. We got 6 minutes left. But I got to tell you, I still don't think this game is out of reach for the Brockport Golden Eagles. All it takes is 2 quick threes, which we know they are very more than capable of. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. Brockport's still in this, but I think the Lakers do have the momentum right now.
Yeah, and this game has been close all the way through. 8 points is a pretty large lead between both of these teams. But if Oswego can maintain the way they're playing, this is crazy. 15 for their last 16. That's a great number for Oswego. They're able to hit shots, and they're 4 for their last 5 from beyond the arc. But Brockport right now in a bit of a slump, scoreless in the last minute and 49 seconds. 1 for the last 4, and 1 for the last 6 from beyond the arc. Brockport got to get a couple of shots here, a much-needed timeout without being able to score in the last 2 minutes, and Oswego has not been stopped.
You said it yourself, they haven't been stopped. Like you said, 15 for 16 on their last 16. That is absolutely ridiculous, and Jason McGee has just been playing absolutely phenomenally while Deacon Judd took a break to recover from the foul trouble. And he absolutely carried the load. Judd now back in the game. still with those 4 fouls, playing risky basketball. But Leon confident enough in the rest of his squad that if Judd does foul out, they can get it done. Still an 8-point lead with 6 minutes remaining, And it'll be Brockport on the inbound, trying to keep this game within reach. Mobley gets it stolen immediately by McLean. And McLean off the inbound tries to get it in, but unfortunately just can't do anything about it. And it'll stay Brockport ball. Really good defensive possession there. Brockport, a lot easier. That time it gets it stolen away by McGee. Mobley able to get it back and goes in for the bucket. That's good. Mobley tough at the rim, absorbing all of that contact. McLean tries to dribble through it, goes off of his leg, and it'll be Golden Eagle ball. McLean tried to dribble through the double, couldn't hang on to it, and McLean's going to come out of this one. Arthur Foster going to go in.
And McLean is fired up. He did not like that call. I can see him from up here saying, there's absolutely no way that went off of my leg.
Referee had the best angle of it. And now it's stolen away by Foster. Foster in a one-on-one with Mobley. Goes up for it. No good. But the foul on Emilio Mobley. And it'll be Arthur Foster at the line again. Foster struggling from the line today. Just 3 for 8. Gotta think he wants these two bad.
Yeah, for Foster, you got to hit at least one of these two here. Up 6 points has not been enough in this one. You want to get back a big 8-point lead.
Foster hits the first one. That is a huge point there. Every single one of these points matters when it comes down to the wire like this. Although it's a 7-point game, make it an 8-point game, it is still anyone's ball game. Brockport has shown that they can score fast and in bunches. And now it'll be Rice and Ibar up top. Rice for 3 from deep. No good, in and out. Rice just hasn't been able to hit the 3 ball. Now going to give it to McGee. McGee going up with it. Blocked by Rice. That was all ball on that one. And Brockport's going to go the other way with it. Rice now to Marco Evans. Evans almost loses it. Recovers. And now working on Judd. Judd trying to draw the contact. And it's a tough basket there by Jacob Oka. Deacon Judd didn't want to touch him there. Very smart from him. And Oka gets the second chance points because unfortunately for Deacon Judd, he cannot play the most physical ball right now. Now McGee the other way, driving in. Foul, doesn't get the and one this time. And he's fired up too. Jason McGee going to the line.
And that puts Oswego officially in double bonus, so they will be getting 2 free throws no matter what on these next ones, and that puts it up to 25 personal fouls in the day for Brockport. Oswego still sitting at 15. And Oswego, again, still shooting as the scoreboards in the arena have shut off and will get a stoppage. That was a whoops, someone must have hit a wrong button, and this is new.
Scoreboard is currently blinking and flashing right now, folks. Having some technical difficulties, not with us. Ours are fine.
Well, ours relies on theirs, so
yes,
I guess that means ours goes down too.
Hopefully it's just a scoreboard issue here. We got a little bit of a pause right now as they try and figure stuff out. I don't know if that first free throw counted because the whistle blew before he shot.
It did not count. No.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I figured. So still a 6-point lead for the Lakers. McGee shooting 2. McGee sinks that first one. 83% shooter at the line. And he's been very, very efficient today. Hasn't shot too much. But when he does, 2 for 3 on the day. Very nice work from him. McGee sinks it again. That'll be 3 for 4 on the day for him. And the Lakers back up to an 8-point lead. Exactly what you want to see if you're Jason Leone. Brockport got to cut into that. Zach Rice up top. Trying to make something happen. Gives it to Evans. Evans drives in. Draws the contact. There's a foul. Going to go on White Luciano. And it's going to be Zach Rice shooting at the line. Excuse me, Marco Evans at the line.
And you want to know how good this second half has been? They're actually, Oswego's only up 1 point in the half. It's 44-43 in the second half alone. each team has outscored themselves from the first half, and Brockport by quite a margin. They scored 12 more points in this second half just to keep pace with Oswego.
And Kenny, we still got 4 minutes left, so we still got a lot of scoring that I suspect we'll see. Marco Evans missed the second free throw. It'll go the other way. Still an 8-point game. He couldn't sink either of them. Now it's Foster to White Luciano, who 4-3. Oh yeah, that's good. Chris White Luciano comes into the game and makes a big-time play. Oswego with its first double-digit deficit of the day, 11-point lead. Back up top, Pharrell Ibar driving in. He's been quiet, not there. Tough bucket there at the rim for Pharrell Ibar. Now the other way, White Luciano had Judd down below, elected not, gives it to him a second later. Judd to McGee. McGee fakes the three. McGee to Bradley. Bradley drives in off the fake to White Luciano for three. Oh yeah! White Luciano on fire. You can't stop him. Now the other way for Brockport. Down in the corners, Dyer. Dyer tries for the step back, but Foster was on him. Down below to Oka. Oka, tough basket. Gets some points right back. 10-point lead for the Lakers. Oka's got 19 on the day. Very, very impressive game from him. He's their leading scorer. Jason McGee now taking his time. Less than 3 minutes left. Step back, jumper, no good, in and out. Rebound by Dyer. Now Evans back up the other way. Poked away by Foster. Stolen away immediately by Oka. And Oka to Dyer for three. No good. Foster with the rebound. Foster to Bradley. Now to Judd. Judd working on Dyer. Up top to Foster. Taking their time. White Luciano now. To McGee. McGee in the paint to Judd. Judd, tough basket, no good. Tries for the and one. Just couldn't get it. Does absorb enough contact. Judd's going to the line again.
And this is the first double-digit lead of the night. They were just up 12, but for the first time it took until the very end of the second half to see anybody go up by 10-plus points. That's how close it's been. And Oswego, again, outscoring themselves in that first half by 12 points. They're at 50 here in the second half. And for Brockport, they've only scored 3 less. It's 47 for them.
Deacon Judd still clean as ever at the free throw line. He's got 27 now, folks. He's 10 for 12 from the free throw line. Make that 11 for 13. And a timeout called by Jason Leone. He wants to talk his things over. We got 2 minutes left and a 12-point lead for the Lakers. If you're the Brockport Golden Eagles, Kenny, what do you need to do to close this gap fast?
Hit your shots. And they've been good. They've been 3 for their last 4. But, man, they have to hit something from beyond the arc. 1 for their last 8 from three-point range. They've got to hit something from downtown if they want to get a little bit closer in this one. Make an open lane, find a pass, and take a good shot from beyond the arc and tighten this one up a little bit. This is their first significant drop in this game, being down 12. Oswego, just keep the heat on.
Yeah, I mean, Oswego, they've been doing literally everything in their power to score at will, and it has been working. Brockport, unfortunately for them, that high-powered, fast-paced defense, it does get tiring. And I think that is what we're seeing here. It didn't work early, and now as they're more tired than this Lakers squad, the Lakers are taking advantage of those tired defenders, and they are scoring very, very well as we just have 2:19 left on the clock. Both these teams going to come out of the huddle. Lakers and Brockport both bringing out the same guys as before. But this is going to come down to the wire, folks. Probably going to see some free throw basketball to finish this one, I would predict. That'll be
I think
Brockport
three-pointers are going to be make or break in this one, Lucas. We'll see. Oswego 6 for their last 7 on them.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kenny. But now it'll be Pharrell Ibar up top. If you are the Eagles, you definitely want to look for the 3-ball. Dyer pump fakes at the line, gets it stolen away by White Luciano, and McGee comes down with it. McGee working in himself, drives in, gets it to Judd. Judd, no good, misses the layup. Now it'll go the other way. It's Jacob Oka. Nice layup from him. Easy work, and it's a 10-point game. That's what you need, fast-paced offense from Brockport. Taking their time as the Lakers. Deacon Judd now to Foster up top. Foster going to take all the time he needs. Still got 13 left on the shot clock. Trying to back down Jacob Oka. Driving the other way. Cuts back. Now to Bradley. Bradley stepped out of bounds. So an unfortunate mistake by Stephen Bradley. And it'll go to Brockport now. 1:28 left on the clock. And it's just a 10-point game. Got to start seeing these shots come quicker if you're the Eagles. Dyer to Oka. Oka up top. Brockport taking too much time. You got to have that shot off already. Dyer fadeaway. No good. Tipped away to Rice. Rice outside the arc. Now to Ibar. Rice for three. No good. McGee with a contest right in his face. Now Bradley the other way. He's got a 3-on-1 opportunity. Not even going to take it. Much better to take away the clock instead. And that was really smart basketball there from the Lakers. As White Luciano is going to get it almost stolen away by Pharrell Ibar. But McGee is going to work there on Oka. McGee doing a great job playing keep away. 6-5 on the shot clock. McGee step back three. No good. And it's rebounded by Rice. 30 seconds left. You got to go with some urgency here. Met right at the line by Foster. And a foul called there on Arthur Foster. No worries for him, though. Just the second of the day. And we only got 27 seconds left.
We'll look at 2 free throws here as the scoreboard is maxed out at 10 fouls, at least on each side in the second half. I mean, you got to sink these 2 here. It puts you at an 8-point deficit, and you got to get a quick stop. Maybe go for a foul here and see what you can do.
All depends on these free throws right here. Zach Rice makes his first one.
What do you say, pass to yourself off the backboard here?
That would be awesome, Kenny. I would love to see that. However, I don't know if that is the strategy that the Golden Eagles are going to go with here, as much as we would all love to see it. Zach Rice on the second one. Off the rim. Does get it back to himself, though. Pharrell Ibar for three. No good. Rebounded by Foster. Now Foster just going to hold on to it. Going to give it to McGee. No shot clock and a foul there on Jason McGee. 9-point deficit now. McGee's going to go to the line. So, Kenny, almost what you said happened. Went off the rim and eventually did get it back.
Not quite how I imagined it, but it
still
did
worked.
happen.
But now McGee shooting 2. Going to see Seth Charlton check into the scorers table. Hasn't gotten in yet. This will actually be his first game he's entered for the Brockport Golden Eagles. McGee making his first free throw. Has been so impressive. He's got 26 on the day. And like I just said, Charlton getting his first, don't want to say minutes because it won't be a full one, but congratulations to him for getting his first playing time on a collegiate floor. As McGee sets up for his second free throw. A fantastic day for him. Makes the second free throw. He's 5 for 6 from the line. He's got 27 on the day. What an impressive game from him. Now Brockport the other way. Nothing going on at the 3 line. They can't find anything. Marco Evans has to take a mid-range off the glass. That's no good. And that will do it, folks. 92-81. Oswego wins this one handedly at the end. It took a little bit for them to find their footing, but they eventually got it down. But what a game that was, Kenny. So much fun, and it was very, very close in the first half. Oswego just finding a way to finish it off at the end.
Yeah, and, I think what changed in the second half, Brockport caught right up in the offensive rebound category. We're now at even 13-13. So that doesn't make a difference anymore at this point. Oswego does win the rebound total on the day. But what points out on the stat sheet to me that's most important, 3-pointers. Oswego took 20 from beyond the arc and made 50% of them and got 10 of them. Now, Brockport made 8, sure, but shot 29.6% from beyond the arc. It's when you get those offensive rebounds, and as opposed to getting under the basket and taking a shot, You're shooting it from downtown, and unfortunately, I think that's what really came back to bite Brockport in this one. Overall, great game, though, from both squads. Deacon Judd with 28.
So good.
McGee with 27, just a point behind him. Oka with 21 for Brockport. It was a phenomenal game all around. And I know they're no longer SUNY rivals at this point, but, man, there's been no love lost between these two squads.
No, this is still a rivalry nonetheless. You saw the matchup beforehand. Oswego creeping back up to that overall record. I think that's 81 wins for them now over Brockport. They still got 8 more to go if they're to touch. I think it was the 89 that you said at the beginning of the day. You can pull that up in a minute if you want. But
gotcha.
Nonetheless, fantastic game from Oswego. And they have looked so good this season.
15.
15? Okay, so
they're 81 and 97 now, so 16
gotcha.
more wins.
Okay, so they got a couple of games to make up, so it'll be a little bit before we see that.
It's been a long time since 1927. To be fair,
that is a lot of games. But yeah, I just want to talk about some of the players for Oswego, like McGee. McGee 4 for 8 from the 3. I think that's the most impressive day for him so far. 27 points, a season high for him, and Deacon Judd. I mean, 28 points, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. But he had 3 3-pointers, too. He was perfect from beyond the arc. He had the 4 personal fouls, and he did get into foul trouble early, which is a little bit of an issue. However, the Lakers have tons and tons of depth, and they were able to make up for it, and that is how they got the dub. They just have tons of depth, and Brockport could not make up with their depth.
Right, we thought rebounds early on was going to be the game changer in this one. It turned out to be 3-pointers. So Oswego moves to 4-1 this season. They stay at 4-1 at home. And for Brockport, they move to 1-1 over on the season and 1-1 on the road. Both very good teams. I know Brockport's going to make some crazy noise in the Empire 8. And Oswego trying to once again get back on top of the SUNY.
I'm sure both of those teams will have very, very successful seasons to come. But that is going to do it from here. It has been Lucas McGarry and Kenny Gerard together. We hopefully will be back together at some point soon. Maybe
How
a
about
hockey
Thursday
game.
for Laker Connections?
We did. Well, that's a show. We're always on there. So Thursday, 10:30. Tune into Laker Connections. We got some good stuff. We'll talk about this game. Talk about a lot of other sports that go on around the campus. But that is going to do it here from us at the Max Zeal Gymnasium. But stick around. We got a ton more sports broadcasts coming up after Thanksgiving break. Got some fun games coming up right here live on WTOP 10. Stick around.
Turkey time.